Welcome, and December is upon us. I hope everything's going well. And this is week 13 of your NFL picks. Week 13. And last week, I was 2-1. Now I am 22-14. And these picks, we pick usually 3 games every week. These picks are picked as outright wins. They do not factor in any point spread. They're just picked as outside wins, so they're in for entertainment purposes. Don't bet the college tuition. Don't bet the house. Don't bet anything. This is just for fun. Game number 1: Chargers versus the Steelers, and and this is going to be a game where it's Sunday night in Pittsburgh, probably the matchup of the week. And Pittsburgh coming off of a loss to Denver. It's a tough loss. Big Ben, 9 of 12 interceptions on the year. And those 9 out of 12, rather, of those interceptions have been on the road. 5 interceptions in the last 2 weeks. He survived 1 week, and not last week. Chargers, 8-3. 7-3-1 are the Steelers. It's a big game for both teams. Both teams think it's their year if they could just, if things obviously shake right. Chargers are good. They're actually very good. But they're banged up in the running department. But I think they will still find a way to move the ball well. Thing is, so will the Steelers. It's going to come down to, when you look at this game, their play, the play of their quarterbacks. And I just think the Steelers are a better team at home than the Chargers on the road. Game number 1, give me the Steelers over the Chargers. Game number 2, Ravens versus Atlanta. A couple of stats thrown at you. Ravens, they're allowing 18 points per game. That's up there. That's up there. 18 points per game. Atlanta, 316 yards, pass yards per game, 4th in the NFL. Pure matchup wise, I just like Baltimore. I like what Lamar Jackson has done his first couple of starts here. When you think about Lamar Jackson, think about what he did against the Ravens, against the Raiders. They kept Jackson in the pocket. And Jackson did fairly well. Atlanta defense, it's banged up. They don't have the bodies, I think, when you look at Atlanta. They don't have the bodies disciplined enough to guard the read option, the RPO stuff there. That the Ravens, I think, will definitely unleash. Lamar Jackson going into Atlanta. Lamar Jackson is going to channel his inner Mike Vick in Atlanta. It's going to be the Ravens over Atlanta, game number 2. Game number 3, Pats versus the Vikings. Vikings allowing 314 total yards per game. That's 3rd in the NFL. Pats, 388 total yards per game this season. That's ranked 8th in the NFL. Patriots versus the Vikings. When you look at this game is going to be in Foxborough. Vikings, they did good against the Packers after a rough outing against the Bears. Vikings, I think, will be focused. They'll be focused for this matchup. When you look at Vikings, they got the pass rushers. And ever since Griffin came back, they've been kind of squeezing the pocket. And have made some good quarterbacks look bad. And I think they will definitely be able to put pressure on Brady. The thing with the Patriots, and you know how deadly they are in December, the Patriots, they can't slow anyone down. As much as they've been winning, it's been shootouts. They are, for the most part. They're not able to slow anyone down in the Patriots. I think Cook, he's starting to heat up. Don't forget about Rudolph. I think it's going to be an explosion. Cook, Rudolph are just going to go off, and I'm just going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say Vikings win Game 3. So my 3 picks, Vikings, Ravens, Steelers. Hope all is well. We're at 22-14, going into Week 13. Happy Football Sunday.